C'è gente in giro.
Lavora lì giusto vicini con gli anni, arrivando le nostre università parlano di età, vedi per fare studi. Nella camicia così esce, non è questa cosa. La camicia così esce. E tu non puoi, non è se fa per me lo a me invece si trova
la storia
io ti per la capsula
Io veramente ho rimesso. Ma quella si rimane in esiste, come ingegnere. Alla mia finance.
Okay. Look at this video and just to understand a little bit of psychology, a bit of biases that we have. Let's see. Watch carefully and tell me what you feel about what you are going to see now. Careful.
Grazie.
Okay. What is the message you get out of this? Do you get any message?
Most of people don't want help to friends.
Most people don't want to.
Help.
Most people. But the one man put a lot of help actually.
They want to help to respectable people.
Yes. Irina?
Probably are lacking a bias where we would not help someone that we have bias against the person.
And what bias is it?
Is that probably the homeless people? They are not like us, so we don't include them in the society. We exclude them.
Yes.
Maybe they just scared of them.
Scared of them. Yes. No, I mean, when I do like this, I mean, raise your voice. Let me tell you something. You have many of you are new MBA students. It is absolutely important when you say something, you say clearly, distinctly, so people will get the message. And if you say it in a very low voice and so on, people may get the idea that maybe you are not confident about your answer. So I know it's maybe you learn at our school, our family to speak. But let's say it is a little bit more enthusiasm, a little bit a more higher voice, so it would be everybody could hear and shows that indeed you believe what you say. I don't say for you, this is for everybody. Okay, okay.
Again?
Yeah, of course.
I mean that people just scared of homeless. Or maybe they think that he's drunk.
So we have two explanations here. One is that we don't consider this person just like ourselves. Therefore, we don't feel empathy. And for the Greek people, empathy is not, the English word empathy does not come from the modern Greek word empathia, but from the ancient Greek word empathia. The ancient Greek word empathia was a very good word. In men, I have the same passion as you. I share your passion, right? Lovers, for example, it used to be used for lovers because they share the passion for each other. But in modern Greek, empathy means you are happy when another person is suffering, right? Exactly the opposite. So the English word comes from the ancient Greek word, not from the modern Greek word. So it's Mirna said, Mirna, right?
No, I'm Irina.
Irina. Irina said, we are not, we don't feel like this one of us. We don't feel this pain, so we don't share. And Tamara says, another reason may be also because we are afraid. We're afraid of people, perhaps who are not like us, right? Or people who are homeless, or people, maybe they hurt us, they are afraid they would hurt us, or maybe we fear they are thirsty, or I don't know. Okay, other, yes?
Sometimes the image is important.
The image level, yes? Explain it.
How they look like they are appearing with the dress code. And,
the appearance, the influence, what do you think of people? In that sense, as to another course we are going to put together, professional and career development, where we will emphasize the importance of professional image. Having a professional image is very important in business. When you try to convince customers, you try to convince other employees, you try to convince suppliers, the society, the professional image you project is very important. If you project a non-professional image, then people understand. Okay, so we have a third explanation. What else? Yes.
Personally, for myself, I have two explanations. If you help some businessman who just fell, first of all, you're absolutely safe. You feel yourself safe because probably he is not drunk, he is clean, and he won't probably attack you. Who knows?
Okay, so
if it's homeless, of course, he might be drunk, he might be under drugs, whatever. But there's a factor.
These are assumptions you are making. Of course, they're not.
There's a factor number two, which is personally close to me. It's why I don't pick up all animals on the streets. Because when you help somebody who needs more help than you are ready to give this moment, you will have this moral boundaries. Because I know myself, if I see this is homeless people, he's homeless, I already know. I already see he's dirty. I will have my moral boundaries to give him more help. I will give him money. I will try to find place him to stop. I will try to make him clean, to do something more than just giving him a hand. And I know myself, and if I'm not ready for this moment, if I'm not on the street because of this, I will try to avoid any contact, to let myself think about this one more week, that I had to help him even more, but I didn't.
What this have to do with biases that obviously Rina grew in some environment, okay? And Irina in some other environment, Tamara in some other one, maybe you're all from Russia. Nevertheless, even all of you, you're Russian too. Where are you from?
From Estonia.
Estonia. Okay, close enough, but it's not Russia, you know. But look, even when you're from the same country, you may have grown up in a different environment, and your parents, your brothers, sisters, your friends, your school teachers, television, everything influences those biases we have, and we also see more examples of that. Okay, any other explanation?
I can add something here. We have to take into consideration, imagine if a woman is in the parking having 3 kids, and she's a homeless person, how she has the role for protecting her kids, and she cannot, if something happens to her, then the kids are exposed. Or you have to
Okay, but why do you have to assume that the homeless person is more dangerous than the...
You don't assume that.
But it does, because the same person we saw a woman, maybe it wasn't the same person, but the same situation. We saw several women run to help the businessman when he fell down. Why they didn't do that for the homeless? Therefore, there is some preconception that the homeless always are more dangerous, or dirtier, or whatever.
I think another reason would be because we are judgmental. So,
Yes.
for example, we see a homeless person which is not like us, we believe that it's his own fault that he's on the street.
That's very good,
And
very important.
to this,
We believe that poor people are poor because they are lazy, or because they waste their money on gambling or smoking or drinking. So we make that assumption. Poor, lazy. Okay, good. Anything else? One more explanation?
And also there are some health concerns. For example, it's more likely that he has some diseases because he doesn't take shower, he's dirty. So if I touch him, I'm in risk to get a disease.
Okay, so the fear. There is one more factor. What is it? Yes.
There's also some people may think that if I help this guy, then maybe a businessman, I may get something out of it.
Very good, very good.
Yeah,
Okay.
kind of business
This homeless cannot possibly help you on anything, right? So, but if the other person may turn out to,
If I get job.
subconscious, right? right?
Even if it's a long shot path.
It's a long shot, but you think, maybe read from rock wall. Yeah. I help him, he might help me, the other person.
Some job positions,
Homeless
some
him up.
recommendation.
Actually, in ethics, we say how you can tell the character of a person. Remember this, you can use in all your life, in all your relations, what I'm going to tell you now. Okay? This is a criterion that you can judge the character of any person. And you are always going to be correct. Okay? Listen. You can judge the character of a person by how he treats people that can neither hurt him nor help him. Watch a person, how he treats people who can neither help him nor hurt him or help him. You understand that?
And it's good.
If somebody expects some benefit from you and is nice to you, that doesn't tell us anything about his character, right? If someone is afraid of you and is nice, okay, and is afraid of you and he's nice to you, you cannot tell anything about your character, right? You understand that? Only by seeing how this person treats people that can neither help him nor hurt him, who can tell the of his character. In this case, we see that, let me turn this off so it doesn't make this noise. We see in this case that people may feel subconsciously, I don't say consciously, subconsciously they feel this homeless person can neither hurt us nor help us. The business person maybe cannot hurt us, but subconsciously, who knows, maybe a millionaire. And you are subconscious, only subconscious. Okay? Now, what we're going to talk about now is the subject of subconscious biases. We all have them. The person who does not have subconscious biases has not been born yet. The person who is not biased has not been born yet. So,
And there is something that the black guy helped the homeless.
yes, that's a good point. Can you explain that?
I think it's because, like maybe white people, they feel like they're above black, but black they feel like more sensitive and more like they know how some racist white people treat them, so they are more like sensitive and they.
So what is the word that the black man felt for this homeless person? What is
Empathy.
Empathy, or another one, another good word?
Sympathy.
Sympathy, or another one, even stronger. Can we say that he felt compassion? Can we say that he felt compassion? Huh? Sorry for a moment. You know the word compassion? Let me find the... Okay, subconscious biases. Okay, you have the references, both you have both the article from the Harvard Business Review and the summary notes from me. Okay, we all have a common delusion that we are free of biases, but we are quick to recognize the biases in others. Do you know, everybody knows what means bias? What's the bias? In Greek, it's called prokatalypsis. I don't know in other languages, but bias, it means we are not objective, right? Subconscious biases, it means they are in our subconscious, not in our conscious, but in our subconscious. For example, consciously, 95% of the Cypriots are not racist, consciously. Subconsciously, 95% of the Cypriots are racist. Why? Because the subconscious, our subconscious self was created when we were little kids, and created subconsciously by the society, our teachers, our parents, our friends, the television. Okay, our conscious self has been developed through education, through socialization, and so on. And so consciously, we are unbiased. We believe we're unbiased. Subconsciously, we are biased. Okay. Our subconscious comes only in our sleep, right? It's something that is and make us sometimes do things which are biased without us realizing it. So we start by saying that we all have the illusion of objectivity. We think, or delusion. We are deluding ourselves that we're objective, even though no one of us is objective. Second, we believe that we are free of biases. That's our objective, but we are not. But we are very quick to recognize the biases in other. Aesop, you know what Aesop was? Aesop was telling a lot of parables, stories. And he was saying that every man is having two big bags. One is hanging in front of him and one behind him. In the one that is in front of him, he puts the faults, the biases, the problems of other people. He sees them all the time. While the one in the back, he throws his own biases, his own faults, right? Okay, the implicit biases, the subconscious biases are implicit, they are unintentional, and we can do very little about them. We are not even aware of them. So, in the next few minutes, I will tell you what are these biases and how we can give you some strategies to deal with them, to prevent them from making the decisions for you, or for prevent them from making your decisions skewed and biased in one way or another. Okay? They are contrary to our explicit beliefs. Contrary. Many times they are opposite. You see a woman who is a very feminist. And if you look at her background, the subconscious, under hypnosis, scientists can take out the subconscious and they found out actually that she's the opposite of what she is in her conscious. Okay? Right? So, I'm going to give you a test. You are going to do a test where you will find your subconscious biases. Okay? Now, consequences of unconscious or subconscious biases is that we make flawed judgments. These subconscious biases undermine the manager's fundamental work. What is the manager's fundamental work? It is to recruit and retain superior talent. But because subconsciously I'm biased against gay people, even though I say I'm not. When two people come from the job and the one is better than the other, but because he's gay, subconsciously I mark him down, right? But if what I'm looking for is someone from my marketing department or sales or I don't know, advertising, I may actually impose a big tax on myself by hiring the less creative person because subconsciously I'm biased against the gay person. Get that? Same thing happened all the time with when companies looking for a CEO, for a chief executive officer. A man and a woman are candidates, but all the people who are in the committee to evaluate the candidates, subconsciously, here and there, put half a point less for the woman here, half a point less for the woman there, half a point higher for the man here, half a point, and at the end, the less competent gets a job. Just simply because we live in a society which is sexist and we believe CEO, a man, PA, secretary, a woman, doctor, a man, nurse, a woman, right? Because we grew up in such a society, so subconsciously, even though we got rid of that in our conscience, our subconscious, without us realizing it, it guides our decisions, our valuations, our everything we do. In such a way that gives it a little bit bias. Okay? Yes.
The question here would be, how do we make sure that it is biased and not just the experience? Because when you get experience, let's say your example with gays, right? And I'm hiring somebody for a position where the sensitivity and creativity is not the best thing, and we know from experience of this position.
So, sorry, one moment, because I am freezing to death here. I don't know, you may... Just for a moment, but okay, go ahead.
So we know from experience that we have in this position two gays which were too sensitive to creative, which is, let's say, general characteristics of those people, right?
Yes.
Then we get a third gay, and even
Is it
though...
hot? Is it hot down there? It's hot? Can you put that one on? And it's a problem, actually. Okay. I would like someone. There are two things. This is a new building, you understand? It's a newly made. It's very nice and everything else. But since we are the first to use it, we noticed some defects which we need to correct. The first one I noticed is that we should have someone in the cafeteria, right? So you can have a coffee with the break and so on. Okay, I mentioned it here in the management meeting, but it's good if somebody of you also sent an email reminding us something. The second thing about these air conditions, that something has to be done. So, I don't know, they put some protectors or something so it doesn't blow on people. So it goes, right? I don't know, something that will, I don't know if this works. Can you make it?
I don't know.
Okay. Okay, so who, let's say this class, who will represent the class and send an email to that effect? One person, one volunteer? Okay, thank you. Your name?
Elena.
Elena, you know my email, Theo@CIIM.cy. Okay, so sorry, is this the third time that we are going to, sorry.
I'll cut long story short. How do we differentiate bias between experience? So you have specific experience, you draw a specific conclusion, and then people that fall into these categories in the future, is this bias or is just experience? Should I go into the same thing again, just thinking that
Yes,
I am biased?
yes, we should not profile people. We should not stereotype people. Because if we stereotype people, we impose on ourselves what is called a stereotype tax. We do not select the best because we stereotype poor people to be lazy, black people to be criminal, women to be sex objects, or as one of the students wrote in an exam, he wrote that my classmates see me as a